Redskins. With that, let's get up to FedEx Field. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. First down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
To throw, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The 13 yards that time and a first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Peterson. And he's got room. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Got a man, it's right. And he's brought down after a good game. 27 yards on the game there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help him run support. He's going to run and in a bad mood.
To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And Walsh is going to miss this one. That is no good for Walsh. Wide off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
They run it here with Thompson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just built tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knocking down for a loss.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins bringing it in. Jackson left side. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision is not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go forward there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And his throw here is incomplete. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 45 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down. Turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Okay, Charles, well, we got a second here. We're creeping up on the end of August. That means fantasy drafts are coming up. I've got my family draft this weekend. I know my father, Bob, could use some help. Who do you like? Who do you taking?
Well, what's interesting to me is how Ezekiel Elliott from Dallas has gotten so much attention leading up to this. But with the preseason where he hasn't played much, I want to see if his value goes down a little bit. But I will tell you this, my sleeper at wide receiver, Michael Thomas, rookie with the New Orleans Saints.
Think he's got big upside this year?
I think he's got big upside. Drew Brees is throwing the ball. Sean Payton's calling the plays. I'd take a good strong look at him.
Now Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good game.
Well, the advantage is certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Cousins on first down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Unable to connect to the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Fresh set of downs here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. The play clock's running down. Throwing is Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Cousins with a give to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end Reed. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run with Thompson. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Cousins. There's a first NFL catch for Josh Dodson. And the TCU product, Josh Dodson, so explosive, but had that Achilles injury. Don't know it's really been able to show the full arsenal, has it?
Not at all, and it's not as much of a concern about the speed as it is about his leaping ability. That's his stock in trade. Able to go up over the top of defenders and make catches.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In motion, the tight end Reed. 2nd down, goal to go from the 6. They'll try again with Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play. This is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson from 8 yards out. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And that one will give him the lead here as we approach halftime. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down, Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're
and now escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kendrick Golston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And incomplete on the deep ball. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage and they tried to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
It's brought in by Dodson. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on third down they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. Boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there from no gain, too.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Oh, he fakes the spike. Surveying the field. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. basketball players somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football, and they're going to speed things up here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at FedEx Field. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Bridgewater. He's got time. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They're looking Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got to lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. He was looking for Matt Jones that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. 2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Second down, Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 68 yards. he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there's a flag on the play. And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
First down, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right. That is incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, all the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so now it's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ricky Jean-Francois able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.